All right, Chef, so what's the secret behind making fortune cookies?
Well, the secret is when you're making the fortune cookies, you need to make sure that when the fortune cookies come out, they're nice and warm, because you have to slip that fortune in before you fold it, or else they'll break and crack because they'll be too cold.
So you have to work really quick. All right, what's the first thing we need to do?
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our dry ingredients together. Some flour. This is just regular all-purpose flour. And then the next thing we have is rice flour.
Now, Chef, why are we using rice flour?
The rice flour actually adds a nice crispy texture to your fortune cookie.
Oh, okay, yep.
Sugar, a little bit of cornstarch, and a little bit of salt. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just whisk it together, not to incorporate air, but just to kind of mix the ingredients together. Okay, that looks fantastic. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start mixing our wet ingredients. 4 egg whites. They're gonna actually bind the fortune cookie together.
Okay.
Take a whisk and then just kind of whisk it together to break up the egg whites. And you just wanna mix this until it's nice and frothy. Okay, that should do it. And now what we're gonna do is you want to create a little well in the middle of your dry ingredients, kind of like when you're making pasta.
I was just gonna say this, you're making fresh pasta.
Oil, we're gonna put that in first. Vanilla extract goes in next.
All right, Chef, what other flavorings could you use for fortune cookies?
Well, in the recipe it still calls for water. But instead, you could maybe infuse some jasmine tea.
Oh my gosh.
And that would make it really delicious. Stir a little well in the middle, and then as you're stirring, the flour and all the dry ingredients will be absorbed by the wet ingredients. So then you want to kind of tap the batter out.
Okay.
Oh, I'll hold the bowl.
Smells really good.
Looks kind of dry, but that's okay, because now we're going to add the egg whites. So I'm going to add about half of the egg whites right now. To use a little bit of muscle and smash that together so that it becomes nice and smooth. Perfect. Now you can add the rest. Thank you.
All right.
Or what we're going to do is we're going to use a piping bag, and you can use a tall container or cup at home. This is kind of helpful when you're filling your bag.
When you're by yourself and there's no one to help you.
When you're by yourself and there's no one to help you, you fold the bag over like this. But I'm going to use the cup as my holder. Okay, that looks fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little bit easier to handle that way.
Okay.
Perfect. And then, Brandy, I don't know if you know this, but you could actually add some food coloring to this, like red or purple or whatever you want, and make your fortune cookies different colors.
You can really use fortune cookies for virtually any occasion.
Now we're just going to twist the bag around like this.
I have no idea how this batter is going to end up being a fortune cookie.
I will show you.
All right, so our batter's in our piping bag. What's next?
What we have here our nonstick baking sheet, the Silpat. Now sometimes I use a cup to fold the fortune cookies, or sometimes I'll just use the hot pan, the edge of the hot pan, so I have both. And then we're just going to pipe. And I'm only going to put about 6 on here for right now, because don't forget they will spread.
These will flatten out.
Yes.
To a circle, and then we're going to quickly fold them while they're still warm.
Yes, and put the fortune cookie in at the same time.
And fill them.
Yes.
I brought you some fortunes.
Oh my gosh, those are fantastic. Those are great. Now there are 2 ways you can spread out your fortune cookies. You can even use a spoon and then simply just kind of swirl it from the outside in, like that.
How are you sure that you're not making it too thin?
Well, if you're making your fortune cookie too thin, you'll actually see holes in the batter right now, so this is good. I like to use the offset spatula, and I'll just put the spatula down, and I'll just kind of make a curve with the tip of the spatula, like this.
Wow.
What I'll do is I'll actually turn the pan around so that I make sure that the other side is nice and round too.
These look perfect.
So they're going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay, great.
Okay? Okay, now we have to work quickly. The first thing we're going to do, Brandy, is we're going to flip them over, because they'll be easier to put the fortune in. Put it in, perfect. You want to fold it in half like this, and then you can use your cup to kind of fold the cookie over like this.
All right, I'm going to try one. So we're going to put our fortune cookie in the middle.
Right.
Fold it into like a little taco.
And sometimes I like to use the pan, because it's still hot, and bend it like so, and then it goes right into the muffin pan.
Yeah, you definitely need a buddy when you're making these, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm dying to try one. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. Mmm. They're sweet,
Really
they're
good.
light, they're crispy. So good. Oh, and I have a fortune. You will find your new favorite recipe at yumsugar.com.
Oh, and mine says you will have better luck in the kitchen if you follow Pop Sugar Food.
Well, Chef, you already have luck in the kitchen. Thank you so much for having us here at Spago.
Thank you. It's been a great day.